In April 1865, the Civil War was over. The country was broken. There was a win for the North and a loss for the South, and all in all, a nation in mourning for the loss of President Lincoln. April 1st marks the defeat of General Robert E. Lee's forces at the Battle of Five Forks. The morning of April 2nd, Lee sent word to the Confederate President Jeff Davis that he and the government should immediately evacuate Richmond and leave with his remaining forces in Pittsburgh that evening. April 3rd, Union forces occupied Richmond. President Lincoln and a small group of soldiers, along with his son Tad and an entourage of former slaves, visited the abandoned Confederate White House, State, and Libby prison. A small group of soldiers, his son Tad, and an entourage of former slaves visited the abandoned Confederate White House, State House, and Libby Prison. President Lincoln also had a meeting on River Crane from James River to Richmond with General Grant and Sherman, instructing each that if Lee and Johnston surrendered, he considered the war ended. Lincoln says, "Let them surrender and go home. Let them have their horses to plow, and if you like, their guns to shoot crows with. Give them the most liberal and honorable of terms." After, General Sherman returned to Goldsboro, North Carolina. April 6th, General Lee's army suffering a major loss at Battle of Sailor's Creek, showing Lee his army of Northern Virginia was disintegrating. Union forces captured 1/3 of Lee's remaining armor, and to put that into perspective, that's 7,700 men, including 6 of his generals, and April 7th, Lee, with his remainder of his army, which was 27,800, headed west for food supplies at Appomattox Station. April 8th, Lee found his army trapped and wrote to Grant asking for a peace deal. Grant sends a letter back to Lee offering Lincoln's terms, and the next day accepts these terms. April 9th, Lee signs the paper and before leaving says, "The war is over and the rebels are our countrymen again." April 14th, the evening at Ford's Theater, the president, while sitting in his private box with Mrs. Lincoln, Mrs. Harris, and Major Rathbone, was shot by an assassin, joining the box behind them, the pistol entering the back of Lincoln's head. April 15th marks the official announcement of the death of President Lincoln.